Now, we all know at this point that we don't just look at things at face value, but also view things from different angles, and we keep it real over here in this corner of the gacha streets. So today, some takes may seem neutral or even making the other side seem so powerful that this movement of ours is hopeless. Yes, Genshin Impact is not just a video game anymore, it's a trend and a movement. I talked about it in a previous video. So do please keep in mind that I'm not shitting on the movement, but just pointing out things you may have missed so we better understand our opponent, that is Hoyoverse.
And with that being said,
let's start with the news that shocked the streets this morning. I would like to draw your attention to this tweet from this man Mugen. Shout out to Mugen, by the way. Continue le bon travail, frère. I will read the tweet for you guys, give my take about the corresponding points on the tweet, and then give my take about the whole situation. According to a Chinese creator who wishes to remain anonymous, Hoyoverse is aware of player discontent, but instead of doing something about it, they're actively taking down videos of smaller creators talking about the issues on Douyin. Chinese, TikTok. Also, you forgot they're botting too. And apparently a big Chinese creator who is as critical of the game as Tecton himself, by the name of, I can't read Chinese, I'm sorry, had his in-game name changed back to Traveler. What the fuck does that even do? Seen as a form of pushback from Hoyo since he's too big to have his videos being taken down without causing massive backlash. This changes everything. Everything. Because as far as everyone is concerned, Hoyo are really bad at communication. This is not just them being bad at communication, they choose to be bad at communication because, understandably so, some fans are pretty degenerate. But actively censoring discontent is a completely different story. Lamau. Global Genshin players have almost fully relied on CN players to convey feedback to Hoyoverse since the game's release. Multiple posts criticizing the Genshin anniversary disappearing all at once on Douyin. Chinese TikTok is very suspicious. You think? If we lose our only channel of feedback to Hoyoverse, which is the Chinese community, then global players like us will truly never have a voice again. This entire effort was to raise awareness to global about this while using my platform, so I hope that it makes some difference. It does. And big respect to Chinese creators who continue to voice their opinions under the threat of potential censorship, especially during this anniversary fiasco. Those people are truly different. Shouts out to all the veterans in the Chinese community. You Chinese brothers and sisters are the real ones, risking even your livelihood for this, unlike some cocksuckers, but we'll talk about those in a future video. Drama Mugen arc is over.
you know what? I'm getting a little tired of hearing that.
Drama Mugen arc over, back to unhinged Mugen while watching from the sidelines.
Let's talk about it.
Now, right off the bat, we have a problem. The source is anonymous, easily telling that the fear of censorship is as real as ever, especially in the Chinese culture, because make no mistake, the word censorship and China go hand in hand. It's not even funny. That government has so much control over their people, it's insane. Why do you think there's a Chinese TikTok while TikTok exists, even YouTube? So nothing shocking about the whole censorship situation, nor the fellow brother wanting to remain anonymous. However, being aware is not shocking as well. They know how many steps we took in the game, how many birds we killed, of course they know about this. A lot of small content creators' videos addressing the current anger that players feel towards Hoyoverse, censored through copyright strikes, and canceling their accounts and all their hard work to build those accounts, and by proxy, their livelihood is heartbreaking. I, for one, can feel the fear that is that I ain't getting paid yet, but if I were to get paid, then this could change my life for the better. Dude, that is a scary thought, because I'll be back to the situation that I'm in right now.
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
Now, if you remember the guy responsible for all this anger that we have today, in my take about him, I talked about how I didn't want this movement to come at the cost of his livelihood. I see now that he doesn't give a fuck about our Chinese brothers and sisters and their livelihood. I guess I was a little too nice and naive in my take there. So, Kai, how are you?
Or you lost it. All right.
I hope you get fired, bitch. But I know that's not going to happen because you are the biggest shareholder in Hoyoverse. It's not going to be easy to kick you out, but again, that's a topic for another day. Now, when it comes to Hoyoverse attacking smaller content creators, it is obvious that they want this to be under the radar, because say you attack a giant like Tecton, no pun intended, you will have a lot more eyes looking at this. But unfortunately for them,
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
also, what the fuck is changing his name gonna even do? Is this your way of being scary? I can't pronounce the name of the creator, but stay strong, bro. We appreciate you.
That man is truly different.
Now for the it changes everything part. I'm not gonna lie, if you knew a little bit about Chinese censorship, it's not surprising to see this happen. For them to stoop so low to shut the boycott sure is desperate. Or it could be a cultural thing, as Chinese government heavily emphasizes the whole dynamic of the mighty cannot be spoken against, and for the weak to only take what the mighty decide to give. You don't get to ask for something. If I choose to give you, lucky you. But if I don't, shut up and comply. Hoyoverse seems to have forgotten they're a company and not a government. Now, it is true that if we lose our channel of information that is the Chinese players and basically the strongest side of the movement, okay, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge hit to our face and things are looking desperate. But now we truly know what kind of opponent we're facing. Hoyoverse is playing dirty. That wasn't expected because why the fuck would they do that while this money and effort they're putting towards shutting us down can be used to fixing the problem itself. But that made me remember an old take of mine. They truly think we'll take an arm if they gave us a hand. But Honkai Star Rail is already doing that, and at worst, all we ask for is just some fixes or like new challenges in the game, and like that's that. Like we're not asking for more and more rewards. Player satisfaction and us being content with what we have is clearly possible. Mujin goes on to say that he used his platform to spread the word and he's going back on what he does, which is making fun and silly Genshin stuff, saying that his drama arc... Stop calling it drama, please. No one is beefing with anybody. This is literally becoming a fight of the weak versus the strong, the consumer versus the provider. So please stop calling it drama because I, for one, am... tired of shit. Now for my take about this whole thing. We took a huge hit to the face that, to quote Nahida,
I'm seeing stars.
if you feel like this is hopeless, it is understandable. But we learned from any movement in human history that changed things, that attempts of silence will happen. It is a shame that they are happening in the first place, but here we are. We took a huge hit, but like Rocky Balboa once said, it isn't about how hard you hit, it is about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Stay strong. Like I said before, this is no longer just a video game. This is a test for each and every one of us that chases his dream, his goal to be people of focus. We people that don't want to be obedient bitches. This situation, this right here, is a big test of character. And I, for one, know that all of us will come out stronger and more united as people. And hopefully, with the changes we want for our beloved game. I will see you on the next one. See ya.